And today we are going to be starting a Let's Play of Fatal Frame 1 for the PS2. This is a game that I would say that if you've never played this game before and you love Asia, you are really going to love this series. This whole series has got a lot of cool things about it. It's really ominous and dark, and it's made by Tecmo, the same company that made Ninja Gaiden. Not sure if that's loud enough. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so it's actually pretty loud, and I like that. So anyways, if you've never played Fatal Frame, it's a series that it's a Japanese survival horror game, but it's more or less an Asian survival horror game that centers around, like, it's a game that, you know, if you've never played it before, it was created by the same guy that made Silent Hill. And it says, you know, a lot of people have always debated that the game itself isn't really based on a true story. It's kind of like a fictional setting. But that's actually kind of wrong. This place actually does exist in real life. But the stories around it is different.
I wonder how long it's been since my brother and I began to see things other people can't see.
I always love it when that happens. See, some people regard this as one of the scariest games of all time. Some people have never finished this game.
Big brother, he was so sweet and kind. He was the only one I could open up to about these visions. After our mother died, he was my only family.
September 24th, 1986. The HIMURO Mansion.
So this is HIMURO Mansion.
Don't go in there. It's evil.
My brother was in search of someone. Junsei Takamine, a famous novelist, and a man my brother was very indebted to, disappeared while researching a book. When he told me that he got a lead on Mr. Takamine's whereabouts, I felt uneasy, like he was going far away.
Oh no. And then there's going to be one more video I'm going to play really quick. It's like one of the demos of this game. It's part of the trailer that they advertised this game. You know how like games usually, before you get into the real game, before we actually start. This game was made back in 2001 and 2002. I love that music. That's something I totally expect Asia to come up with. Really do. Because you want to learn something from Asia, you got to really like study their culture to really understand it for what it is. And this, Asia does a really good job at like explaining to people how different they really are. Because I believe everybody's different, but they do a really good job explaining just how great they really are. But anyways.
It's been 2 weeks since I last heard from my brother. But he left a note that led me to this place. I felt as though something was calling me here. Love for you.
Oh boy. So yeah, those were the openings for the actual game. Funny story, when you start a new game, both of those play. I just realized this right now, but I am going to be loading something. We're starting with the save file. Now, what's really interesting about this game is once you beat it, you unlock a bunch of stuff, and there's actually something in this game that I actually like they did, where you can choose any chapter you want. But it's after you've played this game for something. This is another good theme song this game has. They give you a lot of stuff in this game, they really do. So you can really play any game you want. Nightmare mode is hard mode. You gotta play this game multiple times and to get certain things, but this whole game's not really too bad.
I wonder how long it's been.
Okay, let's get this. Intro. HIMURO Mansion. Oh, save me now from this. And we got 4 other games after this to play.
The forbidden rituals of this area. It looks like Mr. Takamine was doing research into them. I wonder if his group is still here.
I always like the English voice acting. It just seems so calm in a place like this. So, if you've never played this game, this is a new game plus that I'm essentially accessing. This is essentially the whole map of the whole layout of the mansion. Oh, the ominous music, man. I don't know who came up with this series, but jeez, man, they did a great job with it. As you can see right here, I kind of cheated. I got like everything. Everything. Okay, so there are no photos. I probably don't have everything yet. I still gotta get some of the stuff in this game, but this is something that won't be until you unlock the game. It's also known as the ghost list. Already have. So these are just, I have everything maxed out. There's some certain things I don't have. Or there's one thing I'm still missing. I'm going to turn some of these off because I don't necessarily. Oh, which one of these do I already have? Paralyzes, pressure, surge. Okay, now I'm going to turn one of these off. Retain. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to turn that off because that's pretty much a cheap spell. I'll explain how we play this game. Okay, so if you've never played this game, triangle opens up the menu. You gotta hold square to run fast. You press the circle button to go into camera mode, but you shouldn't have it at this. Well, no, I guess you do have it at this point. But you hold down square while in triangle mode, or to really zoom faster, and you press triangle to do a 180. I don't know why they took this feature on the later games, but you can actually move around with the camera too while in rangefinder mode by using the right analog stick, and you use the left one to adjust the camera angle when you use. There should be a camera. You see that blue light that's up there, right there? That should indicate that there's a ghost nearby, but you gotta have this blue circle in order to detect it. That doesn't mean a bad ghost. That just means that if it starts glowing orange, it usually means you got something you gotta really indicate. Should be in here. Takamine should be in the mansion somewhere. I've got to find him fast. Yeah, I know, me too. Why would they do something like this? Now, okay, now this is actually, ironically, what's kind of scary about this game, aside from the whole layout of it, found some film, is that this place actually does exist in Japan, somewhere on the outskirts. They just recently found it again, if I'm not mistaken. You have to actually do some serious digging around to really find evidence of this place, but you've talked to a lot of people that live in Japan, they'll tell you that this place does exist. Because there are people that actually go there and try and find this place. Here's you can save the game here. So we're going to overwrite my memory card. And right here is album. You can save your best shots. What's really interesting about this game is you see where it says film right there. It's kind of, you can't really see it because it's out, not highlighted. If you're low, less than 30 film, I think you start with, I don't know how much you start with when you play this game, but on a new save file, I know I got 99, but and I got other stuff too. But you will be surprised that you will probably have. I think you start with 30, and when you do get 30, you if you need more, you can access the film, and you can get 30. They don't do this in the other Fatal Frame games. Actually, I think the second game actually wasn't too. But, alright, so here we go. And there's gonna be some ghosts that, like, take this for example. See how that see how I'm walking? There's going to be some ghosts that they will immediately appear, and you won't really have too much time to really take a picture of them before you snap them and add them to the spirit list. But the easiest way to do it is just kind of like, do what I do, go in rangefinder mode. But then there's some ghosts where, like, you can't necessarily, you can walk up to them, but they'll immediately exit you out of it, and then, like, you have to just go in there again. And then there's somewhere, like, you'll walk up to them, and then immediately, like, you'll go into camera mode or viewfinder, and then you take a picture, and it automatically, like, aims towards them, and you just gotta take a picture of it. But you gotta be really quick with it, though. So it varies. I'll explain the best I can when we get further on in here how this works.